Max Mayfield's Tiki edit is trending right now.
It might be me.
Instead of relaxing on social media, you may want to join me in learning how to create it using Wondershare Filmora 15. Very first step right here is to go to the File Project Settings and then make sure that you change the project settings from the default to something vertical. And once that is done, drag down the audio, the Tiki audio, and remember it's just a specific audio for this trend. Now, of course, the next step right here is to mark the beats. You can do that by right-selecting your audio in the timeline, Smart Edit to, and then Beat Detection. While this process is over, go ahead and drag down your video clips. Now, this next step depends on the type of clips that you are going to use to create your trend. But in case your clips are like mine, in a sense that they don't fit according to the vertical resolution, then you have to select Outer +C to go to the Crop and Zoom window. On the Pan and Zoom, go ahead on the ratio and then choose the vertical. In this case, it's 4.5. You can choose a different resolution for as long as it's vertical, or maybe do it the custom way. Well, for this very clip, I'm going to zoom in, which means the starting is going to be bigger. And then lastly, I adjust the end. You got something like this. Apply. And now let's move on to one of the major steps. Go on to the speed section after selecting your clip, and then right here go to the speed ramping, and again, customize. Now right here, you want to make sure that the starting frame of your clip is the fastest speed, which means your graph is going to start up high and then go low. Now take note right here that all your clips are not going to be the same in terms of speed ramping graphs. You will have to attend each clip individually, although it will be almost the same. Well, scroll down here and then you adjust the frame interpolation section, set it to optical flow. And then after all that, you have something like this. Now get the next clip and repeat the whole process. Only the difference this time around is that when you go to the Crop and Zoom section, you want to vice versa, the zooming. If you were zooming in the previous clip, this time around, you would like to zoom out. But if you were zooming out in the previous clip, vice versa this time around. All right, now the main thing here is to align each individual clip according to the markers in the timeline, which makes it align with the beats. And for that, you have to play around the speed ramping of each individual clip and make sure that everything is syncing to the beat perfectly. Now let's move on to the very last step, which ensures the smoothness of the edit. For the very first effect right here, let's go on to the Effects tab and then search for the Direction Blur. Now, on the Effect Properties, set the direction to 90 degrees and then the blur length to something like 7, and then add keyframes. Now, after 2/3 of the total length, reduce the blur to 0. Go back again to the Effects tab, and then this time around search for the Dissipation Blur. Now for this one, change the type to 1. The Clarity Radius, keep it on 0.10. You can play around with the Blur Sender X and the Blur Sender Y to make sure that the face of your subject is not blurred on the first frame. Now we have to add face keyframes for the blur intensity and the blur radius. Now again, after 2/3 of the whole duration, reduce the blur intensity to 1. All right, now let's go to the very last effect, which is going to be the glow. Now we also want this glow effect to overlap from the previous clip. So 1/3 of its duration is going to be on the face side, and then the rest on the next clip. So it looks like this. Now on the very first frame, reduce the radius to 1. The opacity to 0. On the middle keyframe, increase it to something like about over 70 radius and then 50 opacity. And then on the very last frame, make the opacity and the radius again 0. Well, so we have these three effects, and they are looking like this. Now you have to follow these keyframes and then use graph curves. Ease out the first keyframes and then ease out the last keyframe. Just do that for all the keyframes on all these effects, just to ensure the smoothness. Now the next thing for you here is just to copy these effects and then paste them on all your remaining clips, and until the very end of your edit. Now that's all you have to do, my dear friend. If you also want the trending captions for these edits, you can let me know in the comments section, and I'll bring that tutorial as well. And until I meet you in the next episode, subscribe. See you.